I mean, what can I say? The Miami Dolphins got shut out by the Buffalo Bills. 35-0. Come on. Anyways, let's get into some key information that happened during the game. As many of you guys know, if you're watching the game, you saw Tua went out with a rib injury. The offensive line could not protect the quarterback. It doesn't matter who was in there. Jacoby Brissett or Tua Tagovailoa. It did not work. The Bills were sending all their guys in, and the Miami Dolphins could not do anything. They could barely pick up a first down. Like I said, they lost 35-0. This hasn't happened. The Dolphins have not put up 0 points against the Buffalo Bills since what year? Oh, that's right. Their first year in the league in 1966. This is unprecedented. This is the first time I've ever seen the Miami Dolphins put up such bad numbers. Not only that, just the play on the field was horrible. They could barely manage to get the first down, let alone score. I mean, coming off of 2 back-to-back turnovers. One was a fumble. Serious right now? Hello. Buenas tardes. ¿Quién está aquí? Sí, gracias. Livid. It's horrible. What can I say? 35-0. It hasn't happened since the Miami Dolphins became a team in the NFL in 1966. Should I say any more, or should I just end the video right here? Nonetheless, I'm not going to bore you guys with stats, numbers, whatever it may be. I'm not going to tell you guys any of that. What I'm going to tell you is that the Miami Dolphins were an utter embarrassment. As a fan, gravely upset. I made the drive, came down from Orlando from school, and came here to the game. For them to put up 0 points, I would have been happy if they even scored a touchdown, but no. The Miami Dolphins did not score a single point, could barely get a first down. I mean, the Bills look like the best team in the NFL after this game. Holding the Miami Dolphins to 0 points. I understand that Tua got hurt and he hurt his rib. The severity of his injury, as of right now, is unknown. But 0 points, there was 2 times that the Dolphins could have at the very least, put up 6 points on the board. What do they choose to do? Go for it on fourth down, and not get it. The Miami Dolphins did not look good whatsoever. If you're going to put up this against the Buffalo Bills, you're not going to win the AFC East at all whatsoever. I hate to say it, I sound like a pessimist. I love my Miami Dolphins. I mean, I read them to the day I die. But they don't look good. The defense, I wouldn't say played good, but they played well enough to keep the Miami Dolphins in the game, at least as the first half goes. But when your offense is having basically 3 and outs every drive, or can barely manage to get a first down without a penalty, I mean, it's not going to help you, and you're not going to look good. As a Dolphins fan, I'm upset. As a fan of the NFL, I would have turned this off by halftime at the very latest. It was just an embarrassing game. This is the first time I've ever left the Dolphins game. I left in the fourth quarter. After their first drive in the fourth quarter, I said, if they don't score, I'm leaving. Plain and simple, because 28-0, the game's over. The game's over. If you don't score right now, the game is over. Dolphins couldn't even barely manage to get a first down. Jacoby Brissett stop holding on to the ball. I understand, rushing, getting a 3, maybe 5 yards. That's all fine and dandy until the point that your team, one, is not catching the balls. Why the hell are players going out when it's pouring rain with gloves on? You know you're not going to catch the ball with gloves on in the middle of a pouring rain in South Florida. Be better. Be smarter. This may be the video that I am the most angriest in about the Miami Dolphins, but it's warranted. They had a horrible performance. And on top of that, they got shut out. I understand having a bad performance, but you put some points on the board, that's fine. Getting shut out is unacceptable, especially in today's NFL. So as far as moving forward and seeing into next week against the Las Vegas Raiders, if the Miami Dolphins, one, cannot protect whoever's behind center, maybe if it's Jacoby Brissett or if it's Tua, it's not good. Offensive line looked horrible. On top of that, Jacoby Brissett needs to throw the ball. Get rid of it. Like I mentioned earlier, 3 to 5 yard gains, all fine and dandy until you can't get the first down. It's nothing against you, but you need to let go of the ball. Last but not least, the keys to victory. Get pressure on Josh Allen. I think the Dolphins got one pressure on Josh Allen. One sack. On top of that, pressure. At the most, 5 pressures on Josh Allen. He was looking so calm, cool, and collected in the backfield. They can throw it anywhere. And mind you, he didn't even throw for 200 yards. Come on. Last but not least, I said the Dolphins need a score on every drive. Did that happen? Obviously not. So, just wasn't a good game whatsoever from the Miami Dolphins. And then at the end of the day, it just looked horrible. I wasn't happy with what I saw there on the field for Miami Dolphins, especially being there in attendance. But on top of that, it's just speechless. That's all I can say. Miami Dolphins face the Las Vegas Raiders next week at 4:25 in Las Vegas, Nevada. And they beat the Steelers nice and sound. So, Dolphins have a lot to do, and moving forward, if Tua remains injured, not going to be good for the Dolphins. So, it's all about what I have to say. And I know I didn't enjoy this week, so I know you guys didn't enjoy it if you're watching this as a Dolphins fan. For Bills fans, congratulations, but just wasn't the Dolphins game, and just was an utter embarrassment, honestly.